The construction industry is full of jargon, and it can be quite difficult to understand all the acronyms and terms used. It's even more difficult when it comes to construction contracts. Today, we'll dive back into JCT contracts, where we'll explain the differences between relevant events and relevant matters. As you can imagine, these are sometimes confused, but it's very important to differentiate between them both. Before we start, if you're enjoying our videos, please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification icon to get alerts when we upload new content every Wednesday. Let's start with relevant matters, which are outlined in clause 4.21 of the JCT contract. A relevant matter is a matter for which the client is responsible for affecting the progress of the works. This may enable the contractor to claim direct loss and/or expense that has been incurred. Relevant matters might include failure to give the contractor possession of site, failure to give the contractor access to and from the site, delays in receiving instructions, discrepancies in the contract documents, disruption caused by works being carried out by the client, failure by the client to supply goods or materials, instructions relating to variations and expenditure of provisional sums, inaccurate forecasting of works, described by approximate quantities, and issues relating to CDM. Relevant events, on the other hand, are events that cause a delay to the completion date, which is caused by the client or a neutral event not caused by either party. The contract should set out what a relevant event is. This can be found in clause 2.26. Relevant events entitle the contractor to claim an extension of time. An extension of time is a request for the completion date to be moved. Applying for an extension of time is crucial, as it allows you to 1. Recover any additional losses and expenses you've incurred, and 2. Help shield you from any damages which the client may wish to levy as a result of the delay. We will explore the concept of an extension of time in a future video. Relevant events might include variations, exceptionally adverse weather, civil commotion or terrorism, failure to provide information, delay on the part of the nominated subcontractor, statutory undertaker's work, delay in giving the contractor possession of site, war or an epidemic, loss from a specified peril such as a flood, the supply of materials and goods by the client, national strikes, changes in statutory requirements, and delays in receiving permissions that the contractor has taken reasonable steps to avoid. As stated earlier, it's important not to confuse a relevant event with a relevant matter. To summarize, a relevant matter entitles a contractor to claim direct loss or expense, and a relevant event entitles a contractor to an extension of time. There may be times on your project where a relevant event and a relevant matter coincide. For example, the client may not have supplied material on the contractual specified date. This has resulted in a delay to the program, which has in turn caused an expense to you as a contractor. Here, you can claim for an extension of time and claim for loss and expense. In comparison, NEC contracts deal with these issues under the single heading Compensation Event. You can find our video on compensation events in the description below. Metroun, a commercial hub to your business.